Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most profound and honestly mysterious texts in all of world philosophy, the Tao Te Ching. We're going to explore how this ancient guide offers a timeless path to living with, get this, effortless power. So, let's get started.
All right, so first we've got to set the stage. The Tao Te Ching wasn't written in some peaceful, quiet monastery. No way. It actually emerged from the pure chaos of ancient China's warring states period. I mean, we're talking about a brutal, centuries-long era of constant conflict, political assassinations, and just a profound breakdown of society. The old order was totally gone, and everyone was desperately searching for a new way forward.
So this was the question on everybody's mind, and it led to this incredible explosion of intellectual energy, a period that later got called the 100 Schools of Thought. You had philosophers roaming all over the place, advising rulers and pitching these radically different ideas for how to bring harmony back to society.
Now, amidst all this fierce debate about laws and morality and strategy, one answer stood out because it suggested that maybe, just maybe, the problem wasn't a lack of rules, but maybe that there were too many.
And right here, you can see the fundamental split in philosophy at the time. On one side, you had most of the thinkers, like the Confucians, basically arguing for more control, more rigid social hierarchies, more complex rituals. But the Tao Te Ching, it proposed the exact opposite. It argued that the path to order wasn't through more human effort, but by going back to a natural underlying harmony.
And this natural order is called the Tao, which roughly translates to the way. Now, the Tao isn't a god or some kind of supreme being. Think of it more as the fundamental, flowing, creative process of reality itself. It's the deep underlying pattern that governs everything, from how galaxies move to how a single blade of grass grows. And right from the very first line, the book tells us something absolutely crucial. The true Tao is beyond our words, beyond our concepts. The moment you try to pin it down, to name it, you've already missed the point. It's something that has to be experienced, not just captured in a neat little definition.
So the big question is, how do you follow a path that you can't even define? Well, the Tao Te Ching suggests we do it by embracing a few core principles that, honestly, often seem completely counterintuitive.
A huge idea here is the power of emptiness. We tend to focus on what's solid, what's present, right? But the Tao Te Ching points out that usefulness so often comes from what isn't there. Emptiness isn't just a void, it's the space for potential. And the text uses these simple, brilliant examples to really drive this home. The whole point of a wheel is the empty hub in the middle for the axle. The value of a room is the empty space inside its walls. In every single one of these cases, it's the nothing that gives the something its purpose. Kind of cool, right? This belief in natural potential, it leads us directly to the central practice of Taoism, a concept known as Wu-Wei.
Okay, so this is important. Wu-Wei does not mean being lazy or just doing nothing. Not at all. It means acting without strain, without forcing things. Think about a skilled surfer riding a massive wave. They aren't fighting the ocean's power. They are using it, moving in perfect harmony with it. That is Wu-Wei.
And to make this idea crystal clear, the text gives us what might be the perfect metaphor for Wu-Wei in action: water. I mean, just think about it. Water is soft and yielding. It never just crashes head-on into a rock. It simply flows around it. It always seeks the lowest ground, which is a beautiful symbol of humility. And yet, this gentle, humble substance can, over time, wear away the hardest stone. This is the model for the Taoist sage.
So, as you can probably guess, this whole philosophy has some profound and pretty radical implications for what it means to be a leader and how to govern a society.
The metaphor here is just so clear, isn't it? To govern effectively, you have to use a light touch. If you handle small fish too much, they just fall apart. And in the same way, if you interfere too much in the lives of the people, you create chaos, resentment, and disorder.
So unlike conventional rulers who crave fame and build statues of themselves, the ideal Taoist leader governs from behind the scenes. They don't command and control. They create the conditions for people to thrive all on their own. And when success happens, the people feel this sense of ownership, believing they achieved it all by themselves.
And these ideas, which were born in a time of war, have flowed just like water through the centuries, deeply shaping not only East Asia, but really the entire world.
Seriously, we see its influence everywhere. You see it in the emphasis on nature and empty space in East Asian art. You see it in martial arts like Tai Chi, which value yielding and redirection over brute force. You can even see it in modern psychology with the concept of flow states, and in business management with the whole idea of servant leadership.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? The Tao Te Ching offers this timeless and really powerful alternative to the endless hustle of modern life. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, our relentless striving, our constant need to control and achieve, might actually be the source of our problems.
And so it leaves us with this question to really ponder. In a culture that celebrates constant action and ambition, what might we discover if we just learn to act a little more like water and embrace the subtle art of effortless power?
Thank you for joining us for this explainer on the Tao Te Ching. We really hope it's given you a new lens through which to see the world. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only.